waiting for people to join. Thank you. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for being the first person in my live stream. Giovanni, leave my live. I don't want you here. Now, can you hear me and can you see me? I need to know before I begin. Let's see. Good, I'm glad you can hear me, all right? Now, I felt a burp. There we go. Now, this is a new live stream, which means that we are going to go over the rules of my live stream again, okay? Rule number 1 of my live stream, this is a pro school live stream. That means that you are not allowed to say anything bad about school here, okay? Rule number 2 of my live stream, if you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single super chat out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule number 3 of my live stream, if you send a large one that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me. So the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate any rude messages. Thank you, and let's begin. You may notice that I'm a little stuffy during this live stream too. That is because I am allergic to pollen. So I have springtime allergies. Thank you very much. Let's see what amazing things everyone is going to say in my live stream. Tricky, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Tricky says, I put my math textbook in an industrial shredder. Okay. That's not funny. That's so rude. That's weird. Leave my live now. How dare you? Your math textbook is sacred. It is an amazing piece of literature. And for you to put that in a shredder is so disrespectful. I want you out of my live stream now. No one wants you here, Tricky. You're going on my bad student list. In case you're new here, I keep track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful, you go on my bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you sit there and you shut your mouth and you be nice to me. Thank you. Let's see what other nice comments there are, okay? It's not that hard to leave a nice comment. Anonymous, thank you for the super chat. Anonymous says, what's up, Mr. Teacher's Pet? I'm doing great. I'm having a wonderful night. I had a wonderful day in school, so I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. You are going to go on my good student list, Anonymous. Thank you for being nice to me. I appreciate that, because, you know, there's so many people in my live stream who are rude and obnoxious to me, so thank you for not being one of those people. Let's see, what else? What else do people have to say? Okay, no. I'm seeing a lot of people calling me Megamind. That is not allowed here. No Hudson called me Megamind. Leave my live. That's not funny. I do not look like Megamind. I do not have a large forehead. My forehead is a perfectly normal size. I am not blue and I am not bald. Therefore, I do not look like Megamind at all. Leave my live now. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says, hey, Koi Dog, how's it going? I hope you get better. Thank you, Vito. I appreciate that. I'm doing good. Thank you for joining. And yeah, it's my allergies. That's why I'm feeling a little sick right now. I'm allergic to all the pollen in the air. So hopefully when it rains, I'll feel better, all right? But I will be okay at the end of the day because I have school to keep me company, all right? School makes me forget about my allergies, so I'm so thankful that we have school. Who else is thankful that we have school? Let me know if you're thankful for school. Thank you. Nicole Cranfield, wow. Nicole, thank you for that $5 green super chat, Nicole. Nicole, that is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, your name is going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. You're on this like 4 times already, but this honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream, and right now it's Nicole. Nicole is going to be named number 80 on the honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you, Nicole, for that $5 super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Thank you. Nicole says, I didn't go to work today because of my allergies. My body hurts, my throat and eyes itch, and people online are calling me cranberry. I hate May. Yeah, I agree. I am not a fan of the spring either. I have horrible allergies where I'm all stuffy and my eyes hurt too. So I know exactly what you're going through, Nicole. Thank you for that. You are going on my good student list. Thank you for leaving a nice, positive comment in my live stream. I appreciate that so much. See, it is not that hard for you to be nice in my live stream, okay? It is not that difficult. So, I suggest if you are in my live stream leaving rude and disrespectful comments, I want you out of my live. Shame on you. Sunny commented ugly, ugly. Okay. I am not ugly. I am beautiful, okay? My grandmother calls me beautiful every single day. Are you telling me that my grandmother would lie to me? Because she would never do that. Leave my life now. You are rude. You are obnoxious. Alma comments, I love school. Do you? Yes, I love school, Alma. I think school is the best thing to ever exist. There is nothing better than school, okay? I absolutely love it. I'm actually getting really upset because it is May, which means that summer break is soon. It is very soon, and I am not happy about that. We need to get rid of summer break. We need to band together and get rid of summer break. Who agrees with me? Thank you. I appreciate that question. Thank you. Vito, thank you for the super chat again. Vito says, I love your videos. Thank you, Vito. I appreciate that. I love my videos too. My videos are so amazing. They're the best videos on YouTube. Don't you agree? There is no one better than me. Thank you. Shane, thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Shane. Shane says, my daughter turned 9 today. One thing, she loves school. That is good to hear, Shane. I'm going to put you on the good student list. I'm so glad that your daughter loves school. And Shane, that $5 super chat is the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, both you and Nicole are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream. And right now it's you, Nicole. You're going to be named number 1881. So thank you so much for that $5 green super chat. The #1 largest one of my whole live stream. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. And thank you for not saying anything rude to me, okay? You would not believe the amount of people in my live stream who comment rude things about school. It is not funny. Okay, this is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to say anything bad about school here. Full Movies, thank you for the super chat. Full Movies says, I love your videos. Thank you, Full Movies. I love my videos too. I'm so glad you enjoy them. You know what? I'm going to put you on my good student list too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a good student, unlike half of the people in my live stream right now. Googie, thank you for the super chat. Googie says, no more school. Okay. Why would you say that? You do not want no more school. Okay? School is absolutely amazing. School is the best thing to ever exist. For you to come into my live stream and say no more school, that is so disrespectful. I want you out of my live now. I want you out. Leave my live. To anyone in my live stream who agrees that we should not have school, leave my live. This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. We do not say rude things about school here. Googie, you're going on the bad student list. How dare you send a super chat with a rude message? I said very specifically, if you send a super chat, I'm required to read it out loud to the entire live stream. That was rude. Leave my live now. Shame on you. What other nice comments are there? Thank you. Ian Plays, wow, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Ian says, hi, Koi Dog, I love your videos and I love school. That is so good to hear, Ian. I am so glad you love my videos and I'm so glad you love school because school is the best thing ever. And Ian, do not apologize for only sending one super chat, all right? Never apologize for that. Even one super chat is amazing, okay? I appreciate each and every single one because you do not need to send a super chat. So if you do, that is greatly appreciated. So thank you, Ian. You are going on my good student list. I'm so glad you love school just like me because school is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Nicole, thank you for that $5 super chat. Nicole says, people call me Cranberry because I'm from Massachusetts and it's horrible. Yeah, that's not funny, Nicole. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That is not okay that people do that. All right, that is unbelievable. Thank you. All right, thank you. And Ian, don't worry, Ian also sent a $5 super chat. So, since that is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, all three of them, Ian, Shane, and Nicole, all three of them are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, and right now it's all three of them. So all three of them are going to go on this honor roll. So thank you so much to all three of you for that $5 green super chat, the largest one of my entire live stream. Thank you so much. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says Koi Dog is an angel. Thank you, Vito. I know. I'm so amazing. There is no one more amazing than me. So thank you so much. Giovanni commented chicken jockey. Giovanni, I want you out of my life. How dare you say that? I said very specifically, chicken jockey is a meme phrase, and memes are not allowed in my live stream. So I want you out of my live now. That is inappropriate. Leave my live now. No one wants you here. That phrase is banned from my live stream. Giovanni, you're going on the bad student list. How dare you? Who do you think you are, honestly? Who do you think you are? Shame on you. Smiley, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Smiley says you're very jealous of Mr. Peabody's son, Sherman, because he's smarter than you. Okay. I do not know who that is, but trust me, there is no one out there who's smarter than me. I am the smartest person to ever exist, and I am the smartest person who will ever exist, okay? That means that no one out there is better than me. Leave my live now if you think anyone is smarter than me, Smiley. You're going on the bad student list. How dare you say that I'm jealous? I am not jealous of anyone. Everyone in here is jealous of me because I am so amazing. Leave my live now. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you for the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, too. That means if it stays that way, all 4 of you are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream, and right now it's all 4 of you. So all 4 of you are going to go on this honor roll. So thank you so much for that $5 green super chat. Thank you. It's all 4 of you. Thank you. I have you all written down. Don't worry. Thank you, Smiley. I appreciate that. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says, follow Koi Dog's rules or get out. I agree. You need to leave my live if you're not going to respect my rules, okay? Rule #1 of my live stream. This is a pro school live stream. That means that you are not allowed to say anything bad about school here. Rule #2 of my live stream. If you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I am forced to read every single super chat out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule #3 of my live stream. If you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here like Smiley did, you are required to compliment me. So as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate any rude comments. Thank you. Now, let's have a fun live stream where we talk about how much we love school. Thank you. Smiley, thank you for the super chat again. Smiley says, watch Mr. Peabody and Sherman. It's a good movie. I'm going to stop you right there. I do not watch movies, okay? I watch documentaries, okay? I watch educational television shows. I do not watch filth that is not true. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, any other TV show out there, that they're fictional, okay? That means they are not real. I do not watch movies or TV shows that are not real, okay? Because that is not educational, okay? I value my education. You might not, but I do. I would never watch a movie that is not educational. Leave my live now. How dare you, Smiley? Shame on you. Honestly. What other comments are there? I want to see nice comments. I am sick and tired of the rude comments. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says, One World number said the chicken jockey meme. Oh, thank you for telling me, Vito. I am putting One World on the bad student list now. I said time and time again, do not say the phrase chicken jockey here, because that is a meme, and memes are not allowed in my live stream, because you do not see memes in school, and we follow the school rules here. Thank you, Vito. I appreciate that. It's ridiculous, honestly. There is no reason for you to be in my live if you are going to be rude and disrespectful to me. That is not okay. That is not funny. Lillian, thank you for the super chat. Lillian says school is so good. I agree, Lillian. School is the best thing ever. So thank you so much for saying that. You are going to go on my good student list, Lillian. Thank you so much. See, it's not that hard to say nice things, okay? Cheesy, thank you for the super chat. Cheesy says, I'm sorry for the meme word last time. It's me again. You know what? I forgive you, Cheesy. I forgive you. As long as you don't say it again, you can stay in my live stream, okay? Let me make something clear, though. If anyone in here violates the rules of my live stream, you are going to be kicked out of my live. You are not welcome here, okay? You are going to be asked to leave my live stream, and you will listen because I am the owner of this live stream. Whatever I say goes. So if I tell you to leave, you leave. No questions asked. Got it? Thank you. Ridiculous. The Viper, thank you for the super chat. The Viper says, if Broski was bald, he would be Caillou with that big forehead. Okay. I would not look like Caillou. And I'm not bald, okay? So we don't need to imagine what I would look like bald. All you need to know is that my forehead is a perfectly normal size. There is nothing wrong with my forehead. There is nothing bad about my forehead. I want you out of my life now if you disagree with me. This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to say rude things about school here, and you are not allowed to cyberbully me. I am the owner of this live stream. You are not allowed to cyberbully me. That is disrespectful. Leave my live now, Viper. You're on the bad student list. Hippo, thank you for the super chat. Hippo says, I hate school. Okay. Well, I hate you, Hippo. I want you out of my life. How dare you? You're on the bad student list. No. This is ridiculous. No. I need to go over the rules of my live stream again in a minute. This is ridiculous. Ramsey, thank you for the super chat. Ramsey says, let's play the quiet game, except it's only you playing. Oh, ha, you're very funny, but you're not going to tell me to be quiet in my own live stream. That is so rude. That is so disrespectful. That is not okay. Leave my live now. Shame on you. Smiley, thank you for the super chat. Smiley says, sorry for rudeness. I love the smart dog Peabody. Okay. Thank you for apologizing, but do not mention movies in this live stream. We do not watch fictional movies in school, so do not mention movies in my live stream. Thank you. We follow the school rules here. It is not that hard to understand. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says, I got you new textbooks. Thank you, Vito. I appreciate that. I love my textbooks, so thank you so much for that. Lillian, thank you for the super chat. Lillian says, I did my homework. Good for you, Lillian. That is why you are on my good student list, okay? All right, now. I am seeing a lot of rude and disrespectful comments here, so I'm going to go over the rules of my live again. Rule number 1 of my live stream. This is a pro-school live stream. That means that if you do not like school, then you need to leave my live. You are not welcome here. We do not talk badly about school here. Rule number 2 of my live stream. If you send a super chat, you do not have to, but if you do, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single super chat out loud to the entire live stream. And finally, rule number 3 of my live stream. If you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down below, you are required to compliment me because the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen, and I will not tolerate any rude or disrespectful comments. Thank you. Now, let's continue. Rice, thank you for the super chat. Rice says, who is this nerd yapping? Okay. I am not yapping. How dare you accuse me of that? I want you out of my life. I'm providing you with valuable information about how amazing school is. Rice, you're going on the bad student list. Shame on you. How dare you speak to me like that? Who do you think you are? This is my live stream. Do you talk to your mother like that? I certainly hope you don't. FYP, thank you for the super chat. FYP says, say LeBron James and Sunshine for 100. No, you do not need to send me a $100 super chat. As crazy as that would be, you do not need to do that. Thank you. However, I am not going to be saying LeBron James and Sunshine because that is a basketball term. He is a basketball player, and basketball is not allowed as per the school rules, okay? We follow the school rules here. Leave my live now, FYP. You're going on the bad student list. How dare you? If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. We are currently 500 subscribers away from 618,000 subscribers. That would be insane if we got through this live stream. Thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. Gangsta, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Fanman, thank you for the super chat. Fanman says, I run in the halls and eat in class, you big back. Okay, that's not funny. Do not call me names. Do not admit that you do not follow the school rules. That is unacceptable. Leave my live now. You are not funny. Rice, thank you for the super chat. Rice says, bro looks like Lord Farquaad from Temu. I do not look like Lord Farquaad. Nothing about me looks like Lord Farquaad. If anything, you're just jealous of me. Leave my live now. Vito, thank you for the super chat. Vito says, I get bullied at school for having a lazy eye. That is not okay, Vito. You need to tell an adult because bullying is not okay. Thank you. Gangsta, thank you for the super chat again. Gangsta says, bro, I love your videos and I love school. I love to learn. Thank you, Gangsta. You are going on my good student list. Thank you so much for leaving a nice comment because there are hundreds of people in my live stream right now who are leaving rude and disrespectful comments about school. Let me make something very clear. If you are here to leave rude comments about school, you are not allowed here. You need to leave my live. That is unacceptable. Thank you. Unacceptable. Thank you. What other comments are there? I want to see nice comments. I am sick and tired of the rude and negative comments about school. Thank you. Maria Matthews says, I subscribed. Thank you, Maria. You are going to go on my good student list. Thank you, Maria. I'm so glad you subscribed. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Do it now. Thank you. Commissar, thank you so much for that super chat. Commissar says, shake that badonka donk and show us the gyat. Who do you think you are speaking to me like that? That is so inappropriate. That is not funny. You are not going to talk about my badonkadonk or anything like that. That is not school appropriate. I want you out of my life. Commissar, you're going on the super bad student list. How dare you? I said very specifically, if you send a super chat, you are required to say something nice to me because I'm forced to read every single super chat out loud to my entire live stream. That was rude. You took advantage of me. I want you out of my life. I will do no such thing. Who do you think you are? We talk about how much we love school here. You are not allowed to say rude things about school here. Rice, thank you for the super chat. Rice says, I'd cook you in a mathematics 1v1. You most certainly would not. I am a pro at mathematics. There is no one smarter than me at mathematics. So I want you out of my life. How dare you speak to me like that, Rice? Tropic, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Tropic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I do want to do another shout out to Nicole, Shane, and the two other people who sent a $5 super chat, because that is nice. Thank you all so much for that, because that $5 super chat is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, all 4 of you are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every single live stream, and right now it's the 4 of you. So the 4 of you are going to go on the honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much to all 4 of you for that $5 green super chat, the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. Thank you so much. Commissar, thank you for the super chat. Commissar says, I'll take advantage of you again, buddy. Keep talking now. Leave my live. That is rude. Do not be rude to me in my live stream. That is not funny. That is disrespectful. I want you out of my live. Thank you. Chucky, thank you for the super chat. Chucky says, chicken jockey is a forbidden word. Yes, it is. Thank you so much for not spelling that out, okay? In case you don't know, chicken jockey is a meme. And memes are not allowed in school, all right? You are not allowed to talk about memes in school. So that means you are not allowed to talk about memes in my live stream. That is unacceptable. That is not allowed here. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. One sec. Nicole Cranfield, wow. Nicole, thank you so much for that $20 orange super chat. Jeez. Nicole, that is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, your name and your name alone is going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream. And right now it's you, Nicole. You're going to be named number 80 on the honor roll if it stays that way. Thank you so much for that $20 orange super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Wow. Nicole says, here's some textbook money from one academic to another. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. I am so excited to get another textbook with that. Nicole, you're going on my super bad student list, or my super good student list. Sorry. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that a lot. Apocalypse, thank you so much for that super chat. However, I'm not reading that because that is wildly inappropriate. I want you out of my live stream. Oklahoma, thank you for the super chat. Oklahoma says, no wonder you were only able to get a teaching job. Now, I am not a teacher. I'm a teacher's pet. Maybe you should learn to read because it's right there all over my channel and it's in the title of my live stream, okay? If you didn't see that, then you clearly need to pay more attention in life, okay? Thank you, Oklahoma. Leave my live now. I am a student. Even though I am 23 years old and I graduated from college last year, I am still a student. Edit Master, thank you for the super chat. Edit says, I curse in school. Leave my live. Gangsta Life, thank you for the super chat. Gangsta says, you do know you can just kick them, right? I do know that. However, it is very difficult for me to kick every single person who is rude to me in my life. The Rizzler, thank you for the super chat. The Rizzler says, school sucks and that includes you. Leave my live now. That is not funny. Leave my live now. Stella, wow. Stella, thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, Stella. Jeez, that is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, Stella. Stella says, I'm back. Please don't put me on the honor roll again. I'm already on that. Are you sure? Stella, you can go on the honor roll twice, all right? You can go on it twice. Don't worry. we'll circle back to that. But Stella, thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. That is crazy. That is the #1 largest super chat of the entire live stream, which means if it stays that way and if you want it, your name is going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream. And right now, that's you, Stella. You are going to be named number 80 on the honor roll if it stays that way and if you want that. So thank you so much, Stella, for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. That's crazy. Thank you. Now, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. We are currently 500 subscribers away from 619,000 subscribers. That is insane. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. Shout out to Stella. Make sure you subscribe to Stella because that's crazy. A $50 pink super chat. The #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Thank you so much, Stella. Shout out to Stella. Keegan, thank you for the super chat. Keegan says, can you put me on the good student list? Of course I can, Keegan. You're going on the good student list because you seem like a very nice student. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. Jamie says, you missed class. Jamie, I would never miss class. I want you out of my live stream. How dare you accuse me of that? You're a disgusting individual. How dare you speak to me like that? Briar, thank you for the super chat. Briar says, I love school and you are so smart. Thank you, Briar. I know I'm so smart, so thank you for that. Taff, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Taff says, I hate school, it's awful. Taff, leave my life. I said very specifically, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down below, you are required to compliment me. Because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. I am now forced to look at that rude message for the next, 5 or so minutes. The larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. So you took advantage of that. Shame on you. Leave my live. To all 126 people who like that super chat, leave my live now. We will not tolerate any disrespectful comments about school here. I want you all out of my life. Thank you. The speaker, thank you for the super chat. The speaker says, Flint and Steel, Chicken Jockey, I am Steve the Nether. Okay. That's not funny. Minecraft memes are not allowed in my live stream. Leave my live now. You would not talk about Chicken Jockey in school, so do not talk about it in my live stream. We follow the school rules here. It is not that hard to understand. Thank you, the speaker. Leave my live. Gangsta, thank you for that $5 super chat. Gangsta says, you're the best teacher's pet. I know I am. There is no one better than me. Thank you. Stella, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Stella says, I don't want to take up another spot. Thank you, though. No, thank you, Stella. I appreciate that a lot. However, Stella, I might just add you anyways. I might, because the second largest super chat is actually Nicole Cranfill, who's on the honor roll 4 times already. So you're not taking... We'll circle back, Stella. I'll talk with you. But thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. In case you don't know, Stella sent a $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. So that means if it stays that way, and if Stella wants it, Stella's going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream. And right now it's Stella. Stella's going to be named number 80 on the honor roll if it stays that way. So thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Baddies, thank you for the super chat. And Stella, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Heaton, thank you for the super chat. Heaton says, I'm a huge fan. Thank you. I know. I'm a huge fan of me too. There is no one better than me. So thank you. If you are new here, subscribe now. Please. I would appreciate that so much. We are 1,000 subscribers away from 620,000 subscribers. That is insane. If everyone in here subscribes right now, we would hit that. So please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. Thank you. Oklahoma, thank you for the super chat. Oklahoma, that is rude. How dare you call me that? No, leave my live. I'm not even going to read it. That is a disgusting name. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Jay says, I love school and homework. Thank you, Jay. You're a good student. Thank you. Lazy Man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Lazy Man says, school is garbage. No. If anything's garbage, it's your attitude. Leave my live now. I don't want your attitude issues in my live stream, Lazy Man. Leave now. Hemi, thank you for the super chat. Hemi says school equals poop emoji. No, it does not. School is the best thing ever. There is nothing better than school. I want you to leave my live now. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. How dare you speak to me like that? That is not funny. Gangsta, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. That is the 3rd largest super chat of my entire live stream. Thank you so much for that. Gangsta says, do not put your hands on no one else, and well, whoever is an adult and they tell you to do something, do it unless it's not something you're supposed to do. Gangsta, I would never do that to anyone, okay? I follow the school rules, and the school rules specifically state that you are not allowed to fight anyone, so you would never, ever see me fight anyone. However, I will verbally fight them, all right? I'll fight them with my words, okay? So thank you so much for that, gangsta. I appreciate that. But I would never, ever do that. Thank you. SBC, thank you for the super chat. SBC says, what do you think of Minecraft Education Edition? Now, that is still a video game, and video games are not good for you. Leave my live now. You should spend your time studying. You should not spend your time playing video games. That is pathetic. Leave my live now. If you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate that so much. We are 600 subscribers away from 620,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much for all the support. Please be sure to subscribe. Hyperwolf says, you're the best. Thank you, Hyper. I know I am. Wolf Creates says, I did the homework and the extra credit. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Blake, thank you so much for that $20 orange super chat, the second largest super chat of my entire live stream. Blake says, school sucks. Okay. Who do you think you are? I said very specifically, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me, because the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. You sent the second largest super chat of my entire live stream, which means that I am forced to look at that rude and horrible message for the next 20 or so minutes. That is disrespectful. That is not funny. I want you out of my live stream now. Who do you think you... How dare you? How dare you? Blake, you're going on my super bad student list. You have ruined my live stream. You have ruined it. I want you out now. I want everyone who likes that super chat out of my live. Anyone who liked that $20 super chat, leave my live. All 97 of you. That's not funny. We do not tolerate that, okay? This is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. You are not allowed to be here and say that you do not like school. Leave my live now. W, thank you for the super chat. W says, y'all are cowards in real life. Yes, they are. Thank you, W. I am not a coward, though. Don't worry. Thank you. I'm the best person ever. Nicole, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Nicole says, put my ex Deja on the bad list. She saw your videos and thinks Italians are weird. L Deja. Deja's going to go on the bad student list. Thank you for that, Nicole. I think I'm only like 50% Italian or something. I don't know. But I'm not that much Italian. Thank you for that, though. I appreciate that. Thank you. What other... I want to see nice comments, okay? Nice comments. I'm sick and tired of the rude comments where you disrespect school here, okay? Thank you. Now, before we move on, I want to do one more shout out to Stella, all right? Because Stella, if it stays that way, Stella sends a $50 pink super chat, which is crazy. That is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, which means that Stella's name is going to go on the honor roll. If it stays that way, and if Stella wants it, Stella's going to be named number 80 on the honor roll, because this honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream, and that's Stella. So thank you so much for that. You're going to be named number 80 if it stays that way. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, Stella, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Shout out to Stella. Make sure you subscribe to them. Keegan, thank you for the $5 super chat. Keegan says, can I get a shout out? Shout out to Keegan. Thank you, Keegan, for being a nice student, unlike the hundreds of people in here who are rude and obnoxious. Thank you. See, it is not that hard to say nice things to me in my live stream, okay? If you can't say something nice to me, then shut your mouth, okay? I don't know if you know this, but I'm keeping track of what you say in my live stream. If you say anything rude or disrespectful to me, you go on the bad student list. If you say anything nice, though, you go on my good student list. So I suggest you shut your mouth now. Thank you. Angelo, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Oscar, thank you for the $5 super chat. Oscar says, you ignored my... I'm sorry, Oscar. It is so hard for me to read all the comments. That's why I'm speaking so fast. Oscar says, I said that I get all A's and B's in my classes, excluding physical education, cries, and 36. Shame. You get B's? That is... I'm joking, Oscar. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Physical education is not a real class, though. We need to get rid of it. I hate physical education, okay? I think that there is no reason for us to work out and play games in school, okay? Physical education needs to go. Who agrees with me? Let me know if you agree with me. Heaton, thank you for the super chat. Heaton says, I love school and I love you. Thank you, Heaton. I know. I'm so amazing. My edit says you're the best, bro. Thank you. I know I am. I'm so amazing. There's no one more amazing than me. Thank you. The Danny, thank you for the super chat too. Thank you so much for that. See, it is not that hard to leave nice comments in my live stream, all right? Do not be like Blake. Do not leave rude comments like that, okay? I want everyone to dislike that super chat. 339 people liked that $20 super chat. Are you kidding me? That is not funny. No. I said very specifically, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down there, you are required to compliment me, because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it appears on my screen. And that one was rude. The second largest one on my entire live stream, which was rude, which means I'm forced to look at that for basically the rest of the live stream. Leave my live now. You're not funny. Nicole, thank you for the $5 super chat. Nicole says, everyone be nice to Tyler. He's a good student. Yes, I am, Nicole. Thank you so much for that. I'm a wonderful student. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Now, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. I'd appreciate that so much. We just hit 620,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe. Do it now. Thank you. Oscar, thank you for the super chat. Oscar says, sign this petition to make physical education illegal. Chat, I agree. I wish I could do that. I would outlaw physical education so fast if I was the school president. Thank you. Heaton, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heaton says, hey, I love you and school, high school color guard. Good for you, Heaton. I'm so glad you love school. I'm so glad you love me. You are going on my good student list. Thank you so much for that. See, it is not that hard to leave a nice comment about me in my live stream. So to everyone in here who is here just to say rude and disrespectful things to me, I want you out of my live stream. You are not allowed here. Thank you. Ugh. Sheila, thank you for the super chat. I do remember you, Sheila. Thank you for joining again. I appreciate that. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Danny says 2 plus 2 equals 3,847,470. Are you out of your mind? That is so not correct. 2 plus 2 is 4. That is simple mathematics. If you can't understand that, you need to leave my live stream and go study. Okay? That is embarrassing for you. I do not want you here. XPR Zoom, thank you so much for that $10 yellow super chat. XPR says, I hate school. It sucks and it's boring. I have to sit there for 6 hours a day. Like, bro, okay. That is not funny. School is absolutely amazing. It does not suck. It is not boring. It is so entertaining. I wish we could be in school for 12 hours every single day. Okay? Leave my live now. You're not funny. That is so rude. That is so disrespectful. I want you out of my live stream. I want everyone who likes that super chat out of my live stream. I said very specifically, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down here, you are required to compliment me. Because as you can see, the larger it is, the longer it stays on my screen. That was rude. I'm not forced to look at that for the next 5 or so minutes. Leave my live now. That is not funny. Thank you. Is it really that hard to be nice to me? Okay, this is a live stream where we talk about how much we love school. It is that simple. Okay, you are not allowed to be here and say that you don't like school, that you don't like me. No, that is not allowed. You are not welcome here. You can do that in any other live stream, not my live stream. So I want you out of my live if you're going to do that, okay? Do I make myself clear? Do I make myself clear? Thank you. I'm sick and tired of the disrespect here. Thank you. Heaton, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Heaton. I am proud of you for having the honor roll, for being on the honor roll. Good for you, Heaton. I am proud of you. Donovan, thank you for that super chat. That is rude, though. I am not reading that. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Danny says, I yelled at my teacher and I don't feel bad. What is wrong with you? Why would you ever yell at your teacher? That is so unbelievable. Danny, leave my live. You're going on the bad student list. Rule number 2 of my... No. I said very specifically, if you send a super chat, you are required to say something nice because I'm forced to read every single super chat out loud to the entire live stream. That was not nice. That was rude. That was disrespectful. Why would you even say that? Okay? I do not want to know how you yelled at your teacher. That is not funny. You should never yell at your teacher. That is disrespectful. I want you out of my live, Danny. You're not funny. You're a rude individual. Rhett, thank you for the super chat. I cannot read that, though. I do not know what that says, but thank you. Jessica, thank you for the super chat. Jessica, I appreciate that. Fish LOL, thank you for that $5 super chat. Fish says, I'm going to fail the quiz so we don't get a pizza party at the end of the quarter. Fish, you should never fail a quiz on purpose. That is so... Why would you do that? That's so weird, okay? Don't worry. I personally will make sure that we do not get a pizza party. I'm going to complain to the principal about it, okay? Because that is illegal. We do not need pizza in school. That is unethical. So thank you, Fish. I will make sure to cancel that. Do not worry. Carlos, thank you for that super chat. Thank you. XPR, thank you for the super chat. XPR says, sorry, little bro. It's okay. I appreciate that. Noah, thank you for the super chat. Noah says, school is for nerds. And I rip up my homework. Okay. Why would you rip your homework? That's not funny. That is disrespectful. You should never do that. I want you out of my life now, Noah. Leave my life now and never come back. Ridiculous. Jamie, thank you for the super chat. Jamie says, does 4 plus 4 equal 6? No. 4 plus 4 is very obviously 8. Okay? Jamie, I think you need to turn off my live stream and go study. Thank you, Jamie. Enough. Psycho Wolf, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Heaton Anderson, thank you for that $5 super chat. Heaton says, why are people rude? Teachers are people too. Be kind. I am my school's mascot. I agree completely. There is no reason for you to be on my live stream and saying rude things about school and your teachers. That's not funny. We do not tolerate that because school is absolutely amazing and every teacher on earth is absolutely great. So thank you, but leave my live. I'm proud of you, Heaton. Thank you. Now, while we're looking down here, I'm going to do one more shout out to Stella. Stella sent a $50 pink super chat, which is crazy. That is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, and that means if it stays that way, Stella's name is going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream, and right now it's Stella. Stella's going to be named number 80 on the honor roll if it stays that way, so thank you so much, Stella. Shout out to Stella. Thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat, the #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Shout out to Stella. Subscribe to Stella. Thank you. Carlos, thank you for the super chat. Carlos says 1 plus 2 equals 180. Okay, no. I do not want to do a mathematics lesson on this live stream, but it seems like I might have to. Okay? Leave my life now. It is not funny. Thank you. Shame on you. Honestly. Colby, thank you for the super chat. Colby says, bro, why are you still talking? I'm allowed to talk in my live stream. That is disrespectful. I want you out of my live if you say I'm not allowed to talk. Rhett, thank you for the super chat. Rhett says, I hate school, it sucks. Well, I hate you because your attitude sucks. Leave my live now. SPC, thank you for the super chat. SPC says, would you like or hate another teacher's pet? I would hate another teacher's pet, but that actually wouldn't happen because I'm the only teacher's pet, all right? Trust me. There can only be one teacher's pet, and that's me, okay? And if there is another teacher's pet, they'll disappear. Nicole, thank you for that $5 super chat. Nicole says, some people fail their classes and it shows. Yes, it does, Nicole. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Jordan says, you want gym to be illegalized but no pizza party? Yeah, I do. I agree. That sounds amazing. Thank you. Whoa. Psycho Wolf. Wow. Psycho Wolf, thank you so much for sending 50 Koi Dog gift memberships. That is crazy. I've never seen a number that big. Thank you so much for that. For the 50 Koi Dog memberships. That is insane. Thank you so much for that. Wow. That is crazy. Thank you so much for that. That is why I'm shocked right now. Thank you so much for 50 Koi Dog memberships. That's crazy. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Shout out to Psycho Wolf. Make sure you subscribe to them. Psycho is going on my super good student list for that because that is crazy. Thank you so much for that. That is insane. Thank you so much for that. I'm in shock right now. Thank you. Heaton, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to you, Heaton. Thank you so much for being a good student. Thank you. That's so many people got a membership from Psycho Wolf. Thank you so much for that. The Koi Dog membership, on my end, it gives you a little green name and it puts a star next to your name, so it allows me to more easily see your comments. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Vrak, thank you for the super chat. Vrak says, school itself is cool, but some schools are bad. No, every school is great. Thank you very much. Carlos, thank you for the super chat. Carlos says, school is making more war in the hallway. I don't know what that means. Leave my live now. You're not funny. Colby, thank you for the $5 super chat. Colby says, is your grade an F? Okay. My grades are straight A pluses, okay? There is no one out there with better grades than me. I want you out of my live if you're going to accuse me of that. Thank you very much, Colby. Leave my live now. Now, I'm only going to go live for another 5 or 7 minutes, so be sure to spam your comments if you want me to see it, because the more you spam it, the higher chance there is that I see your comment. So I do not mind if you spam. Please make sure you spam, and one more time, please make sure you subscribe if you're new here. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you. Now, what other nice comments are there? Okay, now, what other nice comments are there, okay? Genji, thank you for the super chat. Genji says, I'm a member now. It looks like you are, Genji, yeah. In case you don't know, Cycle Wolf down there sent out 50 Koi Dog memberships, which is crazy. So 50 people. 50 people in my live stream randomly got a membership. So thank you so much for that. That membership basically allows me to see your name and your comments easier because it highlights your name in green and it puts a little star next to your name. So I have a lot higher chance of seeing your comments. Punky, thank you for being a member. Punky says, I have a test tomorrow. Good for you, Punky. I hope you do well. Thank you for that. Bradley, thank you for the super chat. Bradley says, school is prison. School is not prison. Leave my live now. Colby says, cap. Leave my live. Don't speak to me like that. JB, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. JB says, I just randomly got an email. I got membership here. W. Yes, Jay, you should thank Cycle Wolf for that. Cycle Wolf sent out 50 Koi Dog memberships, which is crazy. So make sure you thank Cycle Wolf because that is nuts. Thank you, JB. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for joining. Vrac says, talking about schools with teachers that don't care. That's fair, then. That's fair. Ian's World, thank you for joining. Delta999, thank you for that $5 super chat. Delta says, man, the sun doesn't even exist. It's like you didn't create it. What? Delta, the sun exists, okay? I don't know what planet you live on, but if you look up in the sky, you will very clearly see the sun. It is very hard to miss it. I think you need to go outside and touch some grass, Delta. Yeesh. Thank you for that, though. Bradley, thank you for that $5 super chat. Bradley says school is prison. Okay. School is not prison. How dare you say that to me in my live stream? That is not funny. I want you out of my live stream now. Shame on you, Bradley. Leave my live now. I said very specifically, if you send a large super chat that appears on my screen down there, you are required to compliment me. Thank you. Enough of that. Rehan, thank you for the super chat. Rehan says, I'm a member too. Thank you, Rehan. I appreciate that. Yes, thank Cycle Wolf for that. Cycle Wolf sent 50 Koi Dog memberships. So 50 people became a member. That's crazy. Thank you so much for that. Ooh. In case you can't tell, I'm very sniffly tonight. That is because I'm allergic to pollen. I have springtime allergies, so it is rough for me in the spring. So for the next few weeks, I might sound very stuffy in my live streams, okay? Thank you. Carlos, thank you for the super chat. Carlos says, is homeschool better? School is school, no matter where it is. So I think they're both amazing. Jessica, thank you for the super chat. Jessica says, school sucks, so stop talking about it and saying that school is great. Jessica, I think that your attitude sucks. I think that you have an attitude problem and you need to leave my live stream and change it. Thank you. Enough of that. Stella, thank you for the super chat. Stella says, give Cycle Wolf my spot on the honor roll. I will, Stella. You know what? Let me write that down so I don't forget. I will. In case you don't know, Stella sent a $50 pink super chat, which is the #1 largest super chat of my entire live stream, which means that if it stays that way, Stella's name is going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the #1 largest super chat of every live stream, and right now it's Stella, but Stella says they want to give their spot to Cycle Wolf. So Cycle Wolf is actually going to be named number 80. So thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. The #1 largest one of my entire live stream. Cycle Wolf is going to go on the honor roll if it stays that way. That is crazy. Thank you, Stella. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're a member too now. Thank you. What other comments are there? Delta999. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Wow. Thank you so much for that, Delta. That's the 3rd largest super chat of my entire live stream. Delta says, why did you create the sun and pollen? I know it was you. I know this even before I was born. Delta, why on earth would I create the sun and pollen, okay? That makes absolutely no sense. I am a student, okay? I am not someone who can change the universe, okay? I'm a human being, okay? I may be the smartest human being to ever exist, but I am not someone who can change the universe. So thank you for that. Thank you. Ryan Gaming, welcome back. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Ryan says, I hurt my leg yesterday, so I had to miss 2 days of school, worst 2 days of my life. You know what, Ryan? I'm glad you said that. That is okay that you missed 2 days of school. I hope you're feeling better. That sucks. You're going on my good student list. I really hope you're feeling better. That does sound like a terrible 2 days, though. I would be so upset if I had to miss out on 2 days of school. Thank you. Heaton Anderson, thank you for the super chat. Heaton Anderson says, any song request for me to play in my clarinet? You should play Hot Cross Buns or something. I heard that is an amazing song. I've never heard of it, though, because I do not listen to music. Thank you. What other comments? Who said that? Zenitsu commented, "You are mean." I am not mean, okay? I am simply speaking, okay? I might come off as mean because there are people in my live stream who say mean things about school. Maybe if everyone in my live stream respected school, then I wouldn't be so mean now, would I? All right? So maybe try following the school rules and I wouldn't be so obnoxious. Jordan, thank you for the super chat. Jordan says the sun is made by the government. I don't even know how to respond to that. That is, wow. You can think that. Good for you. Kara, thank you for the $5 super chat. Kara, you did not leave a message, but I'm going to assume that no message is a good message, so you are going on my good student list. Thank you, Kara, for being nice to me. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Whoa. Nicole Cranfield, thank you so much for that $50 pink super chat. Wow. Nicole, that is crazy. Nicole, that $50 pink super chat is tied for the number one largest super chat of my entire live stream. That means if it stays that way, both you and Cycle Wolf, both of your names are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll. This honor roll is a way for me to honor the number one largest super chat of the entire live stream, and right now, it is Nicole and Cycle Wolf. Both of them are going to go on the official Koi Dog honor roll, so thank you so much to the both of you for that $50 pink super chat, the number one largest one of my entire live stream. That is insane. Thank you so much for that, Nicole. Wow. Delta999, thank you for that $5 super chat. Delta says, I heard from a VTuber that you can create the sun, but like Sasuke, the school is evil. Like, okay. Delta, you clearly are crazy. The school is not evil, okay? School is absolutely amazing. I don't know about anything else, but school is amazing. School is not evil. Stella, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Stella says, not to brag, but I love school so much I'm graduating early. Good for you, Stella. That is very impressive. You know, I actually had the opportunity to graduate early. When I was, I think 3 years old. Yeah, when I was 3 years old, I was told that I was so smart that I could graduate early, but I did not want to do that because I love school so much that I wanted to stay in school for as long as I possibly could. Thank you, Stella, for that $5 super chat. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Jay says, hi, hello to you too. What doing? Thank you for the super chat. What doing says, your hair is long, haircut for you, your brows are big. Okay. My hair is perfectly fine. Leave my life now if you're going to be rude to me. That's not funny. SPC, thank you for the super chat. SPC says, do you think Baldi's Basics would be a good teacher? I think anyone would be a good teacher. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Whoa. Cycle Wolf. Wow. Cycle Wolf, thank you so much for gifting another 50 Koi Dog memberships. That is crazy. Wow. That is insane. Give me a second. To everyone who just got a membership, I hope you thank Cycle Wolf, because that is crazy. I'm scrolling through the chat right now. 50 people got a Koi Dog membership. That is crazy. I'm going to have to start doing stuff for members. I'm going to have to start doing some members exclusive stuff. Thank you so much for that. That's crazy. Thank you so much for 50 Koi Dog memberships. 50. That's crazy. Rowan, thank you for the super chat. Rowan says school is so bad. No, school is not bad. If anything's bad, it's your attitude. Oogie, thank you for the super chat, Oogie. I appreciate that. Who said that? Fatima says, why are you so glitchy? Am I glitchy right now? I'm about to end the live stream anyway, so am I glitching right now? Am I lagging? Do I look glitchy? I need to know for next live stream. But how do I look right now? No, okay. All right, I'm not glitchy, okay. It might just be your Wi-Fi then. Maybe you should reset your Wi-Fi. Maybe you should turn your phone on and off again. Because I'm pretty sure my end should be good. Yeep, yeah, says bro membership yippee. Yes, Yeep, you should be happy. You should thank Cycle Wolf because that is insane. Cycle Wolf gifted 100 Koi Dog memberships. That is crazy. Thank you so much, Cycle Wolf. Delta999, thank you for the $10 yellow super chat. Jeez. Delta says, school is like a potato given to you by the Duke of Bergenworth. I hear they enjoy school but were destroyed by their research because of their failures. School is evil. Delta, what are you saying? You are spewing out absolute nonsense right now. Thank you, Delta, so much. But I can't even put you on the bad student list because it's not like you're saying anything rude about school. Thank you, I appreciate that. Now, sadly, I'm going to have to end this live stream. I'm getting very stuffy right now. Oh, Kyle, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that, Kyle. You are the GOAT. Thank you for that. Now, I am ending this live stream officially, all right? I am going to go live tomorrow night at this exact same time, though. So make sure you are there. Make sure you subscribe, all right? Make sure you subscribe. I'd appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Nicole, thank you for the $5 super chat. Nicole says, W Cycle Wolf. I didn't get one, but that's okay. Nicole, I'm glad you're like that. I'm glad you're supporting the other people who got one. Thank you so much for that, Nicole. I appreciate you. Yeah, shout out Cycle Wolf. Make sure you subscribe to them because gifting 100 memberships is insane. 100 people in this live stream got a membership. That's crazy. Now, I am ending the live stream, so thank you so much for joining. I am going to end this live stream. I hope you have a wonderful night. I will be live tomorrow night at this exact same time, so thank you. Have a very good